All right. I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about lots of stuff that happened today. Actually, and I wanted to save this because I sent the queen of the Blackosphere something that looked a lot like some bald-headed hoe shit. Now, I didn't get very far through her video, this crazy bitch, before I shared it in my community tab and then sent it to Sun to check out to see if it fit into her theory. But she checked it out. Here's her comments. I was sent your link and told bald-headed hoe shit was going on over here. So we viewed your content on my channel, and while you raise valid points on women not becoming mothers, I have to agree. It's a lot of bald-headed hoe shit going on over here. Here's a link if you want to check it out. She left her a link. Have a great Tuesday. And then she responds with, not sure what my hair has to do with it, but thanks for the views anyway, smiley face. And then Sun wrote, haha, bald-headed host is a theory of behavior. No worries. Thanks for being a good sport about it, winky face. And then she wrote, I'm going to have to Google that one. Laugh, no worries. Queen told her, oh no, it's my personal theory. And then there was no response after that. But you know what? When I originally went over here under my main channel, I noticed something. And this only happens. This only happens when crazy bitches block me. So I shared her in my community tab with a simple question. I wonder what degree she has. And look at that. Blocked. So I know she got a notification that I shared her. I know that for a fact. And then the bitch blocked me. Like all these crazy bitches do. Because they know I'm right. So I want to hear Sun's reaction to this. Because I want a good laugh right now. She cracks me up. And you know what? This crazy bitch kind of can't really block Mrs. Sunkissed. Because if she does, she might be seen as racist. So, just going to point that out there. Let's see what Sun had to say about this bald-headed hoe shit, because she confirmed it.
Places up to 90% of...
Period. Oh, Lord. So, when this got to me, it said that it was bald-headed hoe shit. That's what it was said. But let me read these comments before we go into the bald-headed hoe. Okay. She needs to be put in a home. She lost her independence. Girl, she needs to be put in the penitentiary, okay? Ain't that much? No, the pen. Fuck a home. That bitch need to be in the pen. You a pickaxe and bust out somebody window, 8 windows, and you went back 3 times. What did you target these people for?
Right?
Somebody get the bot. It's spamming my chat. Y'all get the bot. Get the bot. Get the bot. Okay. That's traumatizing. Yes, that is very traumatizing. Okay, Lucy said, I hope so, because that was crazy. And pleading insanity will get her more charges and put, yeah, and you know what? If they find your ass crazy like that, them psych prisons, baby, that shit worse than regular prison. As far as your freedom go, and out they gonna treat your ass like ain't nothing wrong with you. Did anybody get the bot? Okay, let me see. Everybody got the bot. All right, let me see. Let me hold on. Gotta make sure that the bot got sniped. Okay. Oh yeah, he got. All right. What's this lady about to say, girl? I don't know what she about to say, but we gonna find out because I got told that this was bald headed hoe shit. Okay. Lucine says she sniped the bot. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. What is this lady about to say? Some wild shit. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
All right. All right, Golden Goddess. Oh, you're at work? Okay. So this chick, the algorithm gods gifted her to me in my algorithms. For what reason, I don't know, but I checked out her video and it looked like some crazy bitch shit. I mean, the name of her channel is Child Free. Hold on a minute. Child Free Kimberly. Okay. And it's this bald-headed, crazy feminist bitch. There's a bunch of tattoos, and her whole channel is, being so proud, and I don't know what it is. Proud of not having children. So she pretty much talks shit about children, and it just seemed kind of I don't know, university indoctrinated, kind of virtue signally. Like, oh, look at me, I'm leaving less of a carbon footprint, the crazy bitch shit that comes out of the universities. So I sent it to Sunkist to check her out. So she's checking her out at the moment. So I'm gonna save this and maybe add to, because she does some really good observations. I know this lady in this crow outfit is about to talk about mothers and how much they hate being mothers. So yeah. By the way, hello, Cog. You guys ready for some bald-headed hoe shit and to laugh your asses off? Because Sunkiss is funny.
Hey, the title of the video is. Let's see. Can I get it up here? It won't. Damn it! It won't pull the fuck up. Okay. Let's see. Maybe if I scroll down, we'll see it. It says, "Oh, her name is Child Free Kimberly."
Oh, by the way, Golden Goddess, this bald-headed bitch already blocked me. So that's what the crazy bitches do. They block me.
Okay. And it says, "I hate being a mom." And it's in quotes. Parental regret stories. Child Free Kimberly. Let's see. It says, "I hate being a mom," says the regretful parents. And I know I would also hate being a mom. What? What? I hate being a mom, says the regretful parents. And I know I would also hate being. Oh, okay. Here's more parental regret stories for y'all. I feel like we got a good mixture of scenarios and problems this time. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Oh, and this is about a good 11-minute video. Ooh, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, let's look at this shit. Now, good mother said this is bald headed hoe shit. So right off the top, see this bitch ain't got no.
Right.
Now, depending on how ratchet this shit is, and we gonna see if I think that this is bald headed hoe shit. Because y'all know I be looking at stuff a little bit different sometimes. But we gonna see. Let's get started. Y'all let me know if I have an echo because I don't want to mute because I be forgetting to unmute. So let me know.
Kaka, kaka. I'm the anti-stork.
The
No kiss for
anti-stork?
me, thanks.
She's the anti-stork. What the fuck is an anti-stork? Because when the stork shows up, it's dropping off a baby. So, are you an abortion doctor? What the fuck's going on? And why are you cacaing? Are you a crow? Are you a raven? They represent death. I'm confused. What's going on? Okay, let's keep looking.
Death.
It's cutting in and out. It's still cutting in and out. That's kind of strange. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. Let's try it like this. Let's okay, it's turned up. All right, we got the game. Is that better? Your mic audio. Right. I figured you were talking about the mic. Is it still cutting out? You know what? No, he said Yeti. Let me check this real quick. Let's check it. Let's see. Let's see. It's not better. Okay, let's see. Volume, audio. Okay, speakers. Oh, boom. Damn. How we doing now? Is we good now? We good? I know we good now. We got to be good now. It was on the wrong setting. We good? Already, Leona. Appreciation. Okay, so there is no echo. That's cool. So, okay.
Actually, the bald-headed bitch in this video doesn't have any kids. She's child-free by choice. So, yeah. I guess she's a dog mom. I don't really know.
She's what is she? Anybody know what kind of bird she is? Is she a raven or a crow? Both birds symbolize death, but she's child free and she's anti-stork. So I don't know. Sounds like she's like a abortion performer or some goddamn shit. I don't know. Let's see what she's talking about.
Full disclosure, I was just going to call myself a crow, but then the anti-stork just came to me just now.
Okay, wait a minute. Time out, ma'am. Once you decided that you was gonna change your name to the anti-stork, you should have changed your goddamn costume. Okay, you said you was a crow and a stork. A crow and a stork ain't even the same damn thing. If you okay, anti-stork. Okay, so I guess you could be black because crows, storks are generally depicted as white. But you know what? Never mind. I'm not even trying to analyze the imagery. But okay, I got what she's trying to do here. Fucking weirdo. Okay, let's go.
I love that. It's almost Halloween, besties. I hope you are having just a grand old spooky time.
Oh Lord, not the besties. She said y'all bitches is her bestie.
Besties.
She said different feathers, please. Okay, she said she the anti-dork. Okay. All right.
I figured today would be a great opportunity to talk about one of the scariest things that we talk about on this channel, parental regret stories. Let's go. I know y'all love.
Bro, let me tell y'all something about parental regret, okay? So, I don't know. I think I was about I don't know. My children were born at this point. And my mom called me one day on her bullshit. And she was like, I only got one regret in life. You want to know what it is? And I ain't say shit. Because I knew some fucked up shit was about to come out of her mouth. So I ain't say nothing. And I was like waiting. And you want to know what it is? And I was like, you know what? She's not going to stop saying that shit until you engage her in this fucking shit. And if you say no, she's going to tell you anyway. So go ahead and go ahead and put all of your shields and shit up. And prepare for emotional damage because that's what the fuck she's about to do or attempt to do to you. This is the process I'm going through in my mind. So once I had got myself ready and armed for what the fuck was about to come out of her mouth, I finally answered her because while I'm going through my process, my mental and emotional process to get prepared for the abuse that was about to be inflicted upon me, I was going through this in my mind. And while I'm going through this, you want to know what it is. You want to know what it is. So, I'm listening to this shit while I'm going through my process. Then I get my process done and I'm like, okay. And the scene, So, no, not scene, action. Okay, and action. So I'm like, yes, my only regret in life is giving birth to you and your sister. Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. Thanks for sharing. Unfortunately, I'm not a therapist and I can't help you with that. But thanks for the conversation. So let's go on. This should be interesting.
Love these. I love them too. So when I first read this one, it actually like made me cackle because it sounds like something a child-free person would write.
She said it made her cackle. That's what hens do. All right, let's go.
Right, but it's obviously written by a parent, and it just made me laugh. The meanest, rudest, and worst thing that ever said to you is not from your enemy. You will hear it from your own children.
I mean, it's true. Children can be cruel. Like one day I was sitting there minding my business. You know what I'm saying? I was just minding my business. And my son ran up on me and he was like, "Mommy, you fat." And I'm like, bro, bro, I ain't even asked for that. What did I do to you? I feed you. I play with you. Why you just run up on me and say I was fat like that? You know what I'm saying? I did tell my mama I hated her at one point in my teenage years. Some shit just come from being a parent. Raising other human little beings. It's just parenting things. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Leona. Children are just honest. You just gotta take it on the chin. You gotta take it like a real nigga. You gotta take it like a mother. You gotta do what you gotta do. You understand? But all right, let's listen to what this person has to say.
No matter who you are, maybe you are respected by the society and you have an important role in a company, but for your children, you are only. I am out of words to describe it.
See, I'm going to pause it here because I know Sunkiss probably won't bring this up because that's kind of my thing. No matter who you are, maybe you're respected by the society and you have an important role in a company. That's a feminist way of thinking right there. This is a feminist right here that's writing in. Like, and they always tend to value their work before their parenting. So... yeah, when you think you're lonely, life sucks. Wait until you have children. That's sad.
When you think your lonely life sucks, wait until you have children.
Bro, somebody really hates being a mom.
Right?
You didn't babysit before you decided to jump into the mom pool? Like, you don't remember what it was like to grow up from your mom? Like, when you were growing up and you think about all the good and the bad things that went on in your childhood. At any point, did you ever step outside of the position of child and put yourself in your mother's shoes and try to maybe understand what it was like to be a mom before you decided to have children? You didn't think about none of that shit? Cause like, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. You know what? It is some things about, because people are real quick to try to get you pregnant. People be like, when you have some babies, you should have some more. But nobody told me that I was gonna become a human napkin. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told me I'd be a human toilet. It's just little nuances about being a mother that nobody ever really tells you, because it's such minute things that people don't really think about it. And you kind of got to adjust to that. But like, damn, this motherfucker said, if you think you lonely now, wait till you become a mom, bro.
Right?
What
Right?
the fuck? That's baby, seek therapy, okay? And she think it's funny. It makes me
Right?
cackle. You look like you run the hen house, okay? You couldn't decide whether you was a crow or a stork, okay? Children don't have filters; they are ruthless. Sounds like single mom problems, human battle, punching bag. All right. What else she had to say?
Oh no. And it made me laugh because, parents are always wait until you have kids, but this is like a whole nother spin on wait until you have kids. I really do feel like it's so true though. Like your kids, they see a much more real version of you than the people who work with you do, I guess. So like they're going to realize that you ain't shit. Like at some point, and like I feel like this has even happened to me. It's like at some point, kids realize that their parents aren't perfect, and kids start realizing as they grow older that like, oh, my parents made so many mistakes. And then eventually those kids start calling their parents out on that kind of stuff. And yeah, it might not be the nicest conversations. My daughter's father was supposed to get her this weekend, and I had a whole vacation for myself planned out. Guess what? I have to cancel because he said something came up and he can't get her, which seems to happen quite often. I just want to have one weekend to myself for once. That's a whole other.
I mean, baby, you should have got married, or if you was married, you shouldn't have got divorced. And then what is wrong with the grandparents? You ain't got no home girl. You ain't got nobody that knew that you was having this vacation and could take that baby in the event. You didn't have no backup plan. That sounds like a personal problem. But I'm trying to figure out what any of these got to do with. Oh, I hate being a mom. Is she just like taking people's venting frustrations and turning this into why you shouldn't have children?
Yeah.
See, this made me think this is a coping mechanism for people not doing what they naturally supposed to do in a society. I mean, just as a human, you just supposed to have children. It's just what you're supposed to do as a human being. Okay?
Right.
Are all these from single? I don't know. This is my first time watching these videos. So I had so many videos sent to me. I was like, I'm just gonna look at all of them and turn it into content. And this was one of the ones. So I'm watching this just like y'all are watching it. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop the link in case any of y'all want to come up here. It can't be long-winded and stuff now because we got other content to get through. But you know, we can do little small content. You know what, Leona? Yes, sometimes I knew a woman that she kind of had like single mom things going on like that, but even still, she's still not completely a single mom. A whole nother different situation. Just because you got a man that won't help you with the baby, don't mean you a single mom. Because if he paying bills and shit, single moms they got to do all the shit. Okay, they have to do all of the things. So you ain't necessarily a single. You might feel like you're doing everything by yourself as far as the physical maintenance of their child, but even then, they not single moms unless they married to a bum. Then that's a whole different situation. How you doing, Lucine? What's going on?
I'm doing all right. How's it going?
Pretty good. Just going through my mailbag. So, let's finish. Let me start this again. Let's see what else she got to say.
Other problem is the fact that you can regret having kids, not even necessarily because of the kids or because of how they turned out, but you could regret having kids because of the person you had them with, because you had kids with someone who is not willing to help you, who is a complete moron and doesn't want to be a responsible parent because, the person says it seems to happen quite often. Oh, I'm sure this dude has stuff that he would rather do than hang out with his daughter. But instead of being a responsible parent and doing what he's supposed to do and take care of his fucking child that he made, he's going to go off and play golf or hang out with some other woman or hang out with the boys or whatever the case may be. That's
what the hell is she sitting up here talking about? All the shit can be mitigated if you make sure you're not having children with an asshole. I mean, what the fuck? How about we just don't have babies with assholes? What's so hard about that?
Right, vet the men that you're having babies with. Better yet, vet them, and then when you find the guy that you like, make him marry you, and then once he's married, then you lay in bed with him and procreate. You're able to avoid 95% of these problems.
Those is the things. This is the things. Like vetting doesn't work. No, bitch, you ain't got no discernment. Let's just tell the truth and call it like it is. What's good, Lawrence? Thanks for coming through. Let's just call it what it is. How long do you vet? You mean vet? Look, vetting is it. Look, there was one woman, right? This was some years ago. And the girls be getting mad at me because I be like, God gave y'all discernment and shit, and y'all don't even use it, right? So this woman was like, yeah, my husband was great, he was wonderful, and all these things until I got
Lawrence. How are you doing, by the way? Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Well, if Sunkiss is the queen of the Blackosphere, apparently I have to be the queen of the Whiteosphere. So, Man, apparently it really pisses off those gulag dudes that I call her the queen of the Blackosphere. Really pisses them off. So she's actually the only one I came across in the entire YouTube space that is worth having a conversation with. So sorry. I mean, she didn't ask me to call her that when I first met her, because I know the queen that she uses. It's actually like a family name. It's from her grandma. And you know how like the typical feminists, have to be like queen or high priestess or whatever super up there thing that they are. But I told her that she wasn't my queen, but I would definitely call her the queen of the Blackosphere. Snow Queen. I don't know. I'm partial to Evil Mother, I think. Only because there's been memes made about it. Yeah, the Whitosphere. Yep. Well, in this culture war, it's black versus white, right? It's the feminists trying to start a fucking race war. So somebody has to sort it out.
Got pregnant, and then he just turned into a whole asshole. And yeah. I didn't know he didn't like children. And I was like, how you marry a whole man and don't know that he don't like children? Well, we never had that conversation. I mean, okay,
What?
I can kind of, huh?
What? How you gonna get married with the intent to have kids and not bother to ask him, do you want to have kids?
I'm not gonna even hold her on that one because generally, I mean, it's weird. I still think you should ask, but generally, people think marriage and children, they think they go hand in hand. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even hold you on the fact that y'all didn't have the conversation. But let's talk about you as a woman and you knowing you want to have children. I said, so you had no idea, is what you said. She said, yeah. I said, okay. So do you got nieces and nephews and shit like that? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, and y'all been around them? And she's like, yeah. And I said, did you ever see him play with them? She answered me. I said, you babysit children, don't you? And she's like, yeah. I said, do he ever play with the children that you babysit? And she say nothing. I said, see, you not answering none of my questions. Let me know that there were signs that told you that your husband didn't fuck with children. So you got pregnant and you was gonna bring one of them crumb snatchers in the house and he's gonna be responsible for a day in and day out. And I had no idea. No, you didn't want to have no idea. And then that's how you ended up getting slung around the room. Now I'm not saying he was right for beating your ass, but I mean, come on, man. Come on. Where is our discernment? Where is the knowledge that God gave us? Where is your intuition, ma'am? Where is it? Where is it? I cannot feel sorry for you. That was stupid. So this is crazy. This definitely sound like bald headed shit right here.
I knew it.
It's gonna be horrible, bitch.
I knew
Let's
it.
not talk about how horrible the men is. Let's teach the women how to protect themselves and not fall into these traps where you got to talk about how horrible the men are.
I mean, as
Right?
far as vetting goes, though, as far as the timeline, I would say like 6 to 9 months. Usually by that 6 to 9 months period, you usually have a pretty good idea who that person is or the type of person that they're gonna be.
Baby, I don't got 6 to 9 months to sit up here and vet nobody. I was married 3 months after I met my husband. I don't got time for this shit. Baby, look, I'm looking at all the things. Let's see, you as soon as you don't meet something on my checklist, you got to get the hell on. Something wrong with you. Hey, you good for somebody else. Just ain't me. that's just me. I don't know, but I'm particular and I'm very conscious about what I'm doing. That's why I can sit up here with 100 and stand 10 toes down on the things that I say because most of the time I done thoroughly thought about, planned out, and executed what it is that I'm looking for. So like some of this
I mean,
shit,
the only reason why I say 6 to 9 months though is taking into the account of living with that person. Because seeing somebody, being in your own place and going out to see somebody versus living with that person is two totally different things.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and I mean, in today's society, things is way different than it was, you know, in the society I grew up in. So I do understand it, but this shit here, oh, some men, girl, shut the hell up. Some women stupid.
Probably what it is. It's not anything important. It's just something that he wants to do more than hang out with his kid. Lord, I could never. That would be. I'm so glad to have avoided everything like that. I love my daughter, but I don't have any maternal instinct.
I don't buy it.
I have to stop. I'm very.
If you're going back to school, before
Oh,
you
damn, I
submit your
gotta watch a
essays,
commercial?
run it through Grammarly to quickly check for spelling, punctuation, or
All right.
very curious to know, did this woman have a maternal instinct before having children, and she thought having children would give her a maternal instinct?
Okay, let's talk about the tea. So that's a good question. That's not a bald-headed hoe question. That's a legitimate question. And this is what I be telling women all the time. Do not think that you're supposed to be a mother just because you a woman. Like bullshit. Some of y'all is not emotionally built to be raising children, and be honest with yourself. Like, do I want to give up my whole entire life to wipe somebody's ass? And if you don't want to do that, by all means, do not have these children. Be around here disrespecting the hell out of these children because you couldn't be honest with yourself that you didn't want to be a mother. I think that's a legitimate question. So we're gonna give you a sprinkle of not all the way about hitty hoe. She do got a little peach fuzz up there, so you know.
I'm very curious because society 100% pushes this untrue idea that just having children will give you these feelings that you don't have before, and it doesn't always work that way.
No. I don't think that it's that you don't realize how much it takes to raise a child. I don't think it got to do with none of that shit at all. I think a lot of women are not honest with the fact that they don't want fucking children. You know you don't want no children if because at some point, especially with black folks, you done had to babysit some cousins, even you done had to help raise your siblings. You got some shit going on to where you didn't have to be in the position of pseudo motherhood type relationship. And if you knew you hated that shit with a passion, that was your first indication that you probably don't want no children. When your homegirls or your friends ask you if you want to babysit some children and that shit grinds your gears and you be ready to fight them, you know you don't want nothing to do with no kids. But because society be like, that's what women are supposed to do, because really, we as reproducing creatures in the society. I mean, we should procreate. But if you know that you don't fuck with it like that, then what is you doing it? Just because they told you supposed? Please don't. Please do not. Mm-mm. It's too many damaged people running around here because their mama shouldn't have even gave birth to their ass. Like, no, tell the truth. Be honest with yourself, okay? I don't know what the hell going on. This is a long paragraph right here. I bet this is some crazy shit going on. Oh my. Anything to say about that last one, Lucy?
I was sitting here reading the paragraph ahead of time before she was
Okay.
talking
Let me
about
play
it.
it. Let me play it.
I love her more like a sister than a daughter. I have no desire to play with her or interact with her. All I do is work and keep her. Her dad is only available a few days out of the week, so the other 5 days is me just struggling to survive. My daughter has always preferred her grandma to me, and I've been thinking about giving her up to her temporarily, but I'd feel immense guilt. Guilt from my mother having no energy or patience to raise her. If I have to choose between immeasurable guilt and giving her up or the crushing reality of parenthood, I'd rather just end it all. I really wish I hadn't talked myself out of that abortion years ago. If there really is a God out there, him making me a mother was a cruel, sick joke.
What the fuck?
Okay, that sounds like she has a lot of personal issues going on.
No shit.
Like a lot of personal problems. Because I don't think it's so much she has a lack of parental instinct. To me, it sounds like she has a hard time bonding. Like she's having a bonding problem with her daughter.
I mean, it sounds like she might got some postpartum that she probably should go get therapy for. But it's the part that she blamed God about her getting pregnant. Wait, bitch. Hold on. Bitch, God did not do this. You did.
Right.
Ma'am, God did not part thine legs and put a baby in there. You opened your legs and accepted some sperm when you were ovulated. Okay? This was all your fault. This was all your doing. And now you want to blame God. Baby, blame yourself. The girls be doing too much for me. Let's see what the anti-story got to say.
Wow. And it's also interesting that she brings up guilt, but it's not from giving the child up. It's from giving the child up to her mom, who doesn't have the energy or patience to raise another child. And the daughter probably favors the grandma because the grandma is more interactive with her or is nicer to her. And the daughter can probably tell that the mom isn't about her and doesn't really want her around. And this is a great example of why people who aren't fully committed to having children shouldn't have them. And she talked herself out of an abortion. So she was considering having an abortion. So she obviously knew to some level, to some degree, that she wasn't fit, wasn't cut out to be a parent for whatever her reasoning, but she did it anyway. And I would really like to know more about what made her talk herself out of it. I am very curious. But that's really sad. And I really
like I to me, from what it sounds like from reading that story, is it sounds like she had, when the baby was born, she wasn't able to bond with that child because, you know, when a baby's born, they immediately put the baby skin to skin contact. So then you can have that bond.
So yeah, I'm just gonna add because they're not gonna do it. She said she works. What does she say? She works. Let's see. Let's see. Temporarily. Okay. All I do is work and keep her. So she works first. This is her fucking problem right here. She works first. And then the kid is second. So every single other mother that I personally know, a lot of them actually gave up working to actually spend time with their children. Because when your work is number one, your child is number two. Your children are number two. So you give the majority of your energy to your work, and then you try to play catch up when you're not working on being a mom, taking care of the house, all that kind of shit. So yeah, I'm sure all that could lead up to what these guys are going to go into, but this is the fundamental problem right here, the work.
Years ago, if there really is a God out there, him making me a mother was a cruel
to doing shit that you don't want to do. If you don't want to have them babies, don't have the babies. Because yes, being a mother is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and if you already know you don't want to do it, I can't feel sorry for you. Yeah, Leona, it did. Yes. Let's start there. She mad at God, girl. She need to be mad at herself, baby. You did it to yourself, right? And she wants to kill herself. Yeah, it looked like her postpartum then got to the point where she now she's contemplating suicide, adoption. Ain't no adoption. She just need to get a baby to his daddy. Just here you go. Let him figure it out. Okay. He ain't got to adopt nothing. Here you go, sir. I can't do this. Thank you. It was nice while it lasted. I'm saying.
Really wish she would have just trusted herself. In so many ways, women are conditioned to not trust ourselves. Like, you'll change your mind. Oh, when you get older. Oh, you'll know when you blah, blah, blah. Like, but I know myself now. You know? I know y'all can relate to this. Every day I feel more and more disconnected. I hate being a mom. I get nothing out of it. I don't feel fulfilled or full of love or anything. This is why I love these stories, because they just flat out come out and say, I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel full of love. So you mean the unconditional love that everyone.
That's why I love these stories, because these miserable mothers totally reinforce my life choice not to have children. And I just get off on the misery of this. Maybe a little bit. I sense a little bit of that going on here.
Promises people when they decide to have children is actually shit.
Yes, it is shit. But hold on. Why you love this? I don't love nothing about this. That means some child somewhere is essentially gonna be tortured, probably.
Right.
Because a woman couldn't be true to herself. And I mean, I kind of get it. You're happy that people are being honest. You couldn't be honest before you brought that child into the world. Hmm? You can't be honest enough to say to the father, I don't want to do this. Here you go. Like, if you don't want the child, you don't want to raise the child, then why not just give the child to their father? Why is that not a? I'm waiting on her to come out and say that shit. You know, I love this. You like this bald headed hoe shit. That's why you a bald headed hoe. You know. But what? This is ignorance.
Actually just a lie? Wow. Kind of like what child free people have been saying for forever. My daughter is 1.5, and all she does is whinge and sook and throw tantrums. The sound of her constant whinging kills me. I miss my old life. I miss my independence. I miss my confidence. I miss who I was. I miss my confidence. You know, that's something that I don't think we really talk about a lot on this channel, at least. Is I know we talk a lot about, like, oh, you lose your freedom, you might lose your identity, but the confidence thing, I haven't really thought about that one a lot, but I'm sure you do lose a lot of your confidence when.
I mean, I do get the confidence. How you doing, Tampa Supreme? Leona said maybe she was missing something and thought the child would help complete her. Look, all these people be like, when you have a baby, you're gonna be filled with so much love and all of that. Look, let me tell you something. When I had this baby and they put the baby on me and all of that stuff, I was just happy that the baby was born. Okay, and that was it. I didn't give no fucks. There was no, oh my God, it's my baby. I love it forever. I'm sure there was some connection somewhere, but like consciously, hell no, it's a baby. I have to feed it and keep it warm and shit. I'm obligated to this child. It wasn't until I took this baby home and continued to care for it that I actually could tell that I had some type of emotional tie to this baby. Like, it's kind of like with any other human being. You meet them and you like, I got to size you up. And after you get to know them a little bit, then you warm up to them. That's how it was for me. Yes, bonding comes over time. Now, if
Yeah.
you be looking at it and you don't feel like you want to feed it or no shit, like, hey, you probably need to tell somebody something wrong with that. But confidence, I will say this. It took me a while because I pretty much wore what I wanted to wear. But after I had the baby, anything that had my chest open, I was like, I had to buy a lot of sweaters and all of that type of stuff because I felt I was not comfortable with like a spaghetti strap shirt on or some shit like that. And I don't know what the fuck that was about. But I can kind of see the confidence thing. But your life do change when you have children. I could see this realization. Her baby just won. So she might just be venting. I don't think this one is that serious. But some of this other
Yeah.
shit that this lady been talking about, these women ain't had no business having no damn children. They didn't have no business, and that shit is bald headed hoe shit. You know, you didn't want no babies. It's a bald headed hoe shit for you to be birthing these babies knowing full and damn well you don't want them and you not ready for them. I gain
Yeah.
more confidence because I feel like I'm responsible for an entire human being. Yeah, you know, I think it's empowering once you realize that that person is dependent upon you. But I think in the same way that some women find it empowering, some women are, you know, they feel defeated by that because you're not free. I remember if I was hungry, I could hop my ass out the bed, throw something on, and go out the door. Once I had those babies, that was not the case no more. Baby, look, you got to pack a diaper bag and you got to make sure you got all the things in the diaper bag and all of it just to go out the door. It's going to take you where it took you maybe 3 minutes to get ready to go out the door before. Now you got 30 minutes to an hour of preparation. And don't forget, don't prepare the baby, prepare the bag, prepare yourself, grab the baby, go out the door and forget you left the bag. Now you got to turn around and go. or you grab the bag
Yeah.
and lift the baby. Oh my God. Yo, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's
You
a
know,
lot of shit you got to keep track of.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. How you doing, Tay East? Thanks for dropping in. So, you know, I kind of get it, but I don't think that one is that bad. Her baby just won, and
Yeah.
she just coming into the knowledge of, you know what, this shit is a lot of work. And I mean, you know, a lot of mothers know
Yeah.
that.
And especially at that age, at 1 years old, like that's when they're getting to that age where they're starting to really explore the world a lot more because they're starting to walk around and starting to explore the world, and sometimes it starts to get overwhelming for them at that age. So usually around the age of between 6 months and a year and a half, you're going to notice that they're really cranky a lot, and a lot of it just has to do with the fact that they're really overwhelmed at first by the world around them and everything that's going on, and it takes time for them to adjust to it, but they'll use.
See, I don't know. I think my son was like extra special or something. He was easy. I think there's I think a lot, well, like Ghost Cog said earlier, they're a reflection of you. So if you're fucking neurotic and anxious and all kinds of shit, that's how your kid's gonna be. I remember my neighbor, she had her baby like 3 weeks before I had mine, and she was a fucking mess. She was a mess. And she was obese, and I mean, obese. And she's just super chaotic chick. And her son was chaotic. Like, I had to babysit him a couple times, and he used to like projectile vomit all the time. I guess it was something in his stomach, like his muscle wouldn't like hold the formula down. But I mean, he reminded me of her. So, hello, Chaos. You just came into Sunkissed and Harley checking out some bald-headed hoe shit. So, I sent her this video to see if this crazy bitch fit in her theory. I just saw the bald head and I was like, send it to Sunkissed. Let her check it out. Yeah, this bald-headed hoe is called Child-Free Kimberly. Yeah, she really doesn't like children. So she scours the internet for comments of mothers that regret having children. So she likes to read that shit and enjoy their temporary misery. Yeah. I have to agree with Sunkissed, what she said in the beginning. Compensatory thing. Or what did she say? What'd she call it? I forget what she called it, but yeah, she's overcompensating, I think. I think because this bald-headed bitch is getting older. So She's already missed her boat. I guess she's married though. But I think she's really trying to convince herself that she made the better choice by choosing not to have children. I think within the next couple years, she'll probably realize that she made a really big fucking mistake.
Usually start to calm down after a while. It's just, at that age, they're just trying to take in everything that's going on around them and taking the time to go around and explore everything and, figure out what is what. And it's an overwhelming experience for them at that age. So I know one thing I wish that they would do is I wish with the parental courses they would do early childhood development courses, so then you can learn and understand the early stages of childhood and what they're going to go through, so then you could kind of know what to expect and be able to kind of decide and mentally prepare yourself if you're ready for that or not. Because I know there's a lot of women out there who go into parenthood not knowing what to expect. And when that happens and
nobody
things
knows what to expect until you get into it. It's just like marriage. I'm gonna be married and this is going. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck going on until you get in there and be like, oh, we gotta work through this. We gotta work through this.
Yeah.
Who thought we had to do this shit? Oh Lord, nobody knew.
Yeah.
But hey, you in it now, be in it to win it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, what I'm saying is that it's like by taking the early childhood development courses, though, it helps you to have a bit more understanding as to what's going on.
Yeah, it does. And you never, I mean, you can have a general idea, but you never really know to the full extent or degree until you actually get in it and do it. That's why people need to stop willy-nilly. When you gonna have a baby? Stop doing that shit to people. Okay? I'm a mother. I love being a mother.
I do that to Harley all the time.
Fucking work.
Where are those babies?
I'm not gonna willy-nilly, hey, have some babies. Well, hell no, I ain't gonna never tell nobody no stuff like that. People, matter of fact, people be like, oh, I think I'm gonna have some babies. I be like, don't do it. They're like, don't do it. Yeah, what you talking about? I'm like, nah, you can have babies if you want to, but make sure you ready. Okay, your life is over. Okay, I'm not finna sit up here. Oh, you gonna get a wonderful baby shower and the baby gonna be so. Let me tell you something. You know, when you put your nice outfit on and that sucker come over there and wipe their nose on you. Or they just walk up to you and wipe their little dirty hand on your nice little be ready for all of that. Okay? Then you think all of these are the things. This go with motherhood, or you pick them up and you had them sitting on your lap, and when you pick them up, you discovered that they done shit out their diaper and then it's all over you. Okay. Be ready for these things. Yep. And if me telling you stuff like this make you cringe, then you might not be ready to quite be a mama. If you ain't ready, if you like your sleep, and you don't want to be woke up in the middle of the night. Because I remember my son used to get out his bed and he used to come and he used to creepily push my door and just be standing there looking like Chucky doll or something. Bro, I'm gonna get up and karate your little short ass. What did you in the middle of the night? It's a lot being a parent, and people need to be considerate of all of these. Right, I'm not lying, but these are the things. These are not the things that people tell folks. They just be like, "When you gonna have some babies?" Like that shit is like it's a hopscotch game or something. What the hell? This ain't Tether Bobby. Having children is a lot of work. Okay. Fiona said, does those little things compare to the amount of unconditional love you give your children?
Your children give you.
I don't think so. I think if you love them, you love them. But the actions that you do, or what, and it's gonna be contingent on how much you can give. If you ain't got it, you don't have it to give. like, you know, it's kind of like they be like, you can't pour into other people if you don't pour into yourself. Just like that woman that was saying, I just want a weekend to myself. How long before she gets so burnt out with what she got going on and the responsibilities that she have, till that burnout starts to reflect as neglect of a child? And it may not be neglect to the point of abuse by, you know, legal standards. It could be neglect to the point of her own standard of what she want to do because she simply don't have it to give.
Yeah. It might not be intentional neglect, but she could intentionally cause neglect to her child because of the burnout that she's feeling. You know, she might get to a point where she's just too tired to do certain things, and it could cause, you know, an unintentional neglect. Like she's later and later giving her child food, or you know, she's not able to keep up with that child's laundry, and they end up wearing the same outfit for 2 or 3 days in a row. That kid might go a day or two without taking a bath because she's so tired, she's so burnt out that she can't even barely keep up with herself, and now she's falling behind on caring for the child as well. And that's a real thing that ends up happening, unfortunately.
Right. So, you know, what are your parameters that you have in place in the event that you become tired? Do you have somewhere that they can go? Do you have a, what do you call it? An outlet, if you will, to manage these sort of things? Because this is the type of stuff, these are the type of conversations that need to happen that don't happen. Because, baby, let me tell you something. A lot of the stuff that I discovered as a mother, nobody had these conversations with me. Okay. And it might be because, you know what I'm saying, my grandmothers were already deceased by the time I started having children for real. Yeah, their support system, you know what I'm saying? That may be the reason my support system was deceased. You know what I'm saying? And we moving around a lot. But even in the just in the society, it's just not stuff that most women would discuss. And this shit is important. That's why, you know, I gotta keep it funky with y'all. That's why I'm gonna always say what the fuck I want to say, how I need to say it, because I'm gonna be brutally honest. Because a lot of these things do not get talked about, and I don't think it's necessarily that people don't want to talk about them. Is that a lot of people don't like to discuss things that they feel like may be unpleasant. But just because it's unpleasant don't mean that it's not true and it's not information that people need.
Right?
Because motherhood is a lot of fucking work.
It's a lot of
Your
sacrifice.
boss.
You gotta give up everything, your personal space, you know, pretty much everything that you own. Like, you gotta give up all your shit to care for those kids. Like, your time, your money, all the shit you have, your personal space, like, all of it. All of
Yeah,
your
your shit is
time.
over.
Yeah, like,
Like,
you know.
I got to share my damn social media with children. I ain't happy with that. I be doing a video, they'll pop up, put their head. Didn't nobody ask you to bring your head. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got, in Leona, people judge. Girl, let me tell you something. This is how I feel about people in their judgment. The day that shit don't come out somebody's ass is the day that they can judge me. Because as long as you piss and you shit and you need water and you need air to live, you can't judge me. Because the Bible say, judge lest thou be judged. Something like that. Okay. And judge not lest ye be judged. Okay. So that means that while you judging somebody else, there's some shit going on about you that somebody else can judge as well. I don't care about nobody judging nobody. It's open. Go ahead and judge me, because I'm gonna clap the sunny coins out your ass too. Because I don't know what side of the bed you woke up on that made you think you was perfect, but let me cut you down and bring you back to earth. Okay? People just need to be honest and help people do whatever it is that they got going on, because I mean, it's life. Shit is hard. Even motherhood. Motherhood, a lot of work. Ain't nobody perfect. Okay? Nobody's perfect out here. You know what I'm saying? Some people do things a little bit better than others, and share the knowledge, because there's gonna be somebody that does something better than you, and you would rather them share their knowledge with you than judge you. So you can't be worried about people judgment, telling people to kiss your ass.
I think the best way that I have found to figure out if you want to be a parent or not is to ride on a plane with a screaming baby. Because you're going to have either one or two thoughts. You're going to have the thought of, do they need help with that crying child? What can I do to help calm that child down? Or you're going to have the thought of, this is going to be a long-ass flight. You're going to be annoyed as hell because of a crying baby. And I think, at least to me, that seems like to be a good vetting process to figure out if you're ready to be a parent or not. Because you're not ready if you can't stand being on a plane with a crying child and you're sitting there regretting it, versus if you're sitting there thinking and wanting to help the person with the crying child, then you might be ready.
Baby, look, I can't stand this shit, honestly. Your baby get the crying on the plane. I'm thinking about the many ways I'm gonna come back there and drop kick your ass if you don't make that baby shit up. I can't. I hate that. I don't want to help you. Sometimes I do. I'm lying. I do be wanting to go take people's children away from them because they don't know what the hell they doing. Because I don't know. I didn't have them problems out of my babies. They were great. They rode planes. They rode long car trips, and I didn't have any issues. So when I hear these people that can't get no control over their children, I just be like, you don't know what the fuck you doing. Give me that baby. So get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. I can't stand it. I'm not helping nobody kids carry hell germs. They do carry germs. That's the other thing you got to talk about. You're gonna get many calls because them children gonna come home with all kind of nasty shit. Okay, the bathtub is important because boy, you don't know what the hell they gonna walk in your house with. Okay, it's finished.
Body has gone through such a physically traumatic thing. It's traumatic on your mind as well. You don't look the same. You don't feel the same. People don't treat you the same way. So my best friend, someone she knows, had a baby a couple of months ago, and that person told my best friend that she gets upset because people now don't treat her as herself. They treat her as so-and-so's mom.
Think about a child you love.
What's wrong with that?
Now take away their clean clothes, access to water.
And I told my friend, I was like, yeah, people do that. That is how our society is.
What is
now,
that?
Is you're no longer you. You are baby's mother. That's your identity now. And I'm sure that can really, really fuck up someone's confidence. No, thank you. I'm just an empty shell now, going through the motions, feeling absolutely miserable every day. I do not enjoy being a mom at all, but this is the life I have chosen. I feel overstimulated every single day, from being grabbed and pulled at and climbed on to hearing constant noise. It's just all too much every day. I hate my life. And
see, this just sounds like she needs some parenting skills.
Right?
She said, but you are a mom. I'm confused.
Right.
Which one you talking about, Leona? The one that the one before that one, I forgot what she said. Let me go back. How you go back in seconds? Like
Her identity. Some bullshit about her identity.
10 more seconds. Oh, it's only going back 5 seconds. Okay. Now let's see what she said.
up someone's confidence. No, thank you. I'm sure that can really, really fuck up. That's your identity now. And I'm sure that can really
Gotta go way back.
Okay, so as far as mom becoming your identity, yes, people would try to do that to you. But for me, all I had to do was get somebody together real quick. Yes, I'm a mom, but don't get it twisted. I was me before I had these children. I'm gonna be me when they get the hell up out my house, and I'm gonna be me while they here. But when it's time for me to be mom, I have to be a mom. So it is what it is. People will try to they will try to put you in a mom category, but they're gonna do the same thing like Like, even when you get married, people be like, you can't do this or you can't do that. And I'm like, why the fuck I can't? Because you married. Shut your dumb ass up, ignorant mother. You know, it's just a matter of you asserting yourself because people will always try to put you in a box. So, you know, you don't have to let that become your entire identity. Matter of fact, I recommend that you not let any of this stuff become your entire identity, especially being a mom, because those children are going to grow up and start their own life. And then what you gonna do? That's why you be seeing them old women that can't adjust to not having children in their house because they made their whole life about their children. I'm not saying neglect your children. I'm just saying make sure you keep a piece of life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which is like my social media. Though my children are included sometimes, this is still my project. You know, it's still mine. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, she said people, and then okay, let's see what this other one was.
Really fuck up someone's confidence. No, thank you.
Yeah, she said no.
I'm just an empty shell now, going through the motions, feeling absolutely.
Yeah, she said she overstimulated and all that stuff. Ma'am, go take a parenting class and teach that child how to stop climbing the fuck all over you and making up all that noise, and then help them make constructive noise. Like my son used to want to make noise, and all I did was when I got ready, I just mentally prepared myself that okay, he needs to get some energy out, and I'm ready to make noise. And I would purposely go in the kitchen and pull the pots out and put them on the floor and give his ass a wooden spoon and let him beat the hell out them damn pots, and he can make all the noise he wanted to for whatever allotted amount of time I decided I was gonna listen to that noise. Okay. Or I put some headphones on and listen to whatever I wanted to listen to while I sit there and watch him beat on them damn pots. Like, do something constructive instead of sitting there loathing and I hate this. The hell, if your child is a little monkey and you don't like it being a little monkey, tell it to sit down. It needs to learn how to sit down anyway.
Yeah, or setting up a lot of time to get your child to let all of that energy out, because you know kids have a lot of energy, and like to take some time, like an hour or so, take them to the park and you know let them run around and play and wear themselves out, so then that way you can get home, put them down to sleep for a couple hours, and you can have some peace and kind of bring yourself back down to earth a little bit, you know, just so then that way you can kind of have a bit of that time to yourself, so then you don't get so overstimulated. Because like I can understand what she's saying about the overstimulated feeling, because I sometimes get that from just being sometimes in really crowded public places where like there's a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, there's a lot of moving around trying to look for certain things, you know, the lights are really bright, there's a lot of noise, and sometimes it can get to be a little bit too much, and sometimes you just have to kind of separate yourself from that situation for a bit to kind of calm yourself back down, and then you know re-prepare yourself and then go back in.
Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying, look, a part of all this ADD is because you people are not parenting. Make that motherfucker sit down. Okay? I get tired of all these children run around. Sit your ass down somewhere. Sit down. And make them sit down. Take them to the park, like Lucy said. They help them. Not only will they expend some of their energy, they will learn social development. They learn how to interact with their peers and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Do shit. Parenting don't have to be this stressed out all the time. Oh my God, I hate it. Go find some fun shit to do, especially when they little. They don't stay that little that long. I mean, I used to take, man, look, I got pictures. Okay. I used to paint the babies. Okay. Look, you in here getting on my nerves. Let me do stuff and give me some memories for when your ass is gone and I feel like I'm lonely. I can go back and look. Yep, I painted you. You look like, y'all remember Recess? Y'all remember that cartoon? They had them kindergartens locked up in their I painted my babies And I mean, I'm always had them pictures. I used to get finger paint and squeeze it on this big old poster board and put my son in the kitchen. Cause you know the kitchen didn't you got that linoleum or whatever. It's a hard floor, so you can wipe it up, mop it, whatever. And I used to squeeze that stuff down there and let him go to town playing in that paint. They gave him something to do. He wasn't tearing up my house. He wasn't doing none of that. I knew where he was. He had fun, and all we had to do was wash him up. And you probably need a bath anyway. So now, boom, bath time is fun because now we playing get the color off. You know, all kind of stuff. Like people be doing too much. Like I think people be thinking they have to be this particular version of mom. No, just be the best mom. That's all you got to do.
All too much every day. I hate my life. And see, that is one of the absolute main reasons that I don't like children and I don't want children because they're so overstimulating to me. They're so loud. They're constant chaos. Like grabbed and pulled at and climbed on. No, I can't even stand when my husband touches me too much. Like if I'm already in a bad mood or if I'm anxious or something, like I don't want anybody touching me. I don't want my husband hugging on me. I don't want my dog climbing all over me. It's like I just need to be left
Dog
alone
mom.
to just be, right? To hearing constant noise, no. Noise is one of the first things that will absolutely set me off if I'm already having a tough time. Especially repetitive noises. And we all know kids love to just repeat. Drives me insane.
She sounds like she has tough times, even without kids. She's in bad moods. Her anxiety. What the fuck does she have to be so stressed out about if she doesn't have kids? I'm curious about that. I want to talk to this crazy bitch, but she won't talk to me. I know she won't. Maybe she'll talk to Sunkissed. Sunkissed got Miss Elite on there. I bet she could get this crazy bitch on there. Ask her why she's representing death.
So yes, I don't doubt that this woman hates her life. I would also hate my life if I had to be a parent as
Right?
Sounds like she needs to go to see a psychologist and get some treatment for some anxiety.
Look, okay, that lady, you know, I don't know. She needs to go take her parenting class is what he sound like to me. It sound like her children in the house running amok and she don't know what the fuck to do. Okay. That's what they sound like to me.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Right. But this lady right here, I do appreciate her honesty. She don't want to do none of that. So she said, fuck that, I ain't having no kids. Good for you, ma'am. I'm glad you are doing it, but these women need some good advice because unfortunately their children are already here. I appreciate what she's doing though because it's a lot more women that need to be honest about the fact that I'm not cut out for this thing they call motherhood, you know. And you know, maybe you a good breeder. All right, well, go ahead and pop the baby out and, you know, give it up for adoption to some people that maybe can't have babies or some stuff like that. But if you know you shouldn't be raising no children, then don't do it. Do
Be
not.
a surrogate.
Yes,
Surrogates make a lot of money.
Right. If you feel like it is your duty as a human in society to reproduce, you can do that. You don't have to raise the child.
Right.
And
These women
you
out
can-
here who want to make six figures, be a surrogate. They'll
right,
make you
and you
six
can
figures
even
real quick.
sometimes if you feel like you just want a picture from time to time or some shit, like you can even find people that were willing to, you know, keep some type of relationship with you if you want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to raise no babies if you don't want to. Just be a breeder. It's okay. Just, you know, make sure you want to do. She said, why these women want to die because they're moms. This is extreme. Because they don't want to deal with it. They didn't have no business having children. Some of these women just need like one. I'm pretty sure she has undiagnosed postpartum depression. And the other one, it just sounds like she just don't have the tools necessary to instill discipline in her children. The rest of these women sound like they didn't have no business having no kids anyway, especially the one that was blaming God. Girl, if you don't see your ignorant ass, get it back to his daddy and shut your ass.
As always, those stories make me feel so validated and give me the sick thrill of knowing that I 100% chose right for myself. I don't need the validation, but
Okay, so this is why GM was saying that this was some bald-headed hoe shit. Because she is looking at other people's pain, talking about she feel validated. Ma'am, you can't be validated in the fact that you did the right thing and not procreated because you knew that wasn't a cup of tea for you. You couldn't do that. You couldn't. You could. What you could do is, instead of doing this shit, talking about I feel validated by all this dysfunctional shit that's going on, because it's not like you are giving these women any valid resources or help. You're just like,
Right.
yeah, I understand why you feel that way, bitch. What is you doing? That's the
To me,
bald-headed hoe.
to me, she seems like she's being a vampire. She's feeding off of other people's misery.
Mhm.
And it's like
Yes.
instead of sitting here and being like, this is educating using these situations to educate other women to say, hey, look, if you want to be a mother, this is some of the shit that you might end up facing, and here are some resources to help you if you run into these situations, because if you want to have kids, you shouldn't have to go through the process of feeling like you hate being a mother, or that you hate your children, or that you hate the decisions that you made and you regret it. Like, that's a really shitty thing to not only have to put yourself through, but have to put your kids through as well. And they didn't do anything to deserve that.
Right. What's good? The underrated darkness. Thanks for dropping through. Hey, Rusty. Thanks for dropping the like. I appreciate it. Yeah. She ain't helping these women do nothing. Yeah, I'm validated because you're going through misery. Such so ignorant. That's why this was sent to me. It's a bald headed hoe shit. Cause this is some bald headed hoe shit. What is you doing, ma'am? You not helping nobody. What are you doing this for? So you can feel validated in your own bullshit. You should, if you did what was right. I think it ain't about that she don't want to have children. It's about she don't want the responsibility of having the children. Because if you was 100%, yeah, I can't have no children, you wouldn't even need to validate that shit at all. That you would just be like, nope, that ain't for me, and I ain't gonna do it. Ain't nobody gonna make me do it, and hell nah. Or you would just another way to do this is just because people, they film their kids acting up all the time. Find some videos of some children doing some crazy shit. Be like, yep, this right here. I don't have the skills to deal with this, and hell no. Not. Oh yeah, here's your pain. Yeah, bitch. Yes. Like what,
Yep.
lady? What's wrong with you? You crazy.
it is nice
Crazy
to hear.
bitch.
And it's also, as always, so nice to hear parents finally being open and honest about this, even if it is just anonymously through a Facebook group. Hopefully, the Facebook group can open people up to the fact that duality can exist. You can love and appreciate that your children are here and they exist and they're human beings and it's not their fault that you're miserable. But you can also admit, I regret this. I'm miserable. I
Look at her
wasn't cut
face.
out for this, and I would change things if I could. You can have both of those feelings at the same time. And it opens up more conversations around parents regret children. Duality can exist. You
Watch
can
this.
love and appreciate that your children are here and they exist and they're human beings and it's not their fault that you're miserable. But you can also admit, I regret this. I'm miserable. I wasn't cut out for this, and I would change things if I could. You can have both of those feelings at the same time. And it opens up more conversations around parents regret children. Let's talk about why, because that conversation directly relates to the shit that we talk about as child-free people as to why we don't want them in the first place, right? So from the, what did I call myself? From the anti-stork, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these stories today. If you did, leave the video a like. It helps the video. It helps the channel spread to more people. Don't forget, 10% of all ad revenue and Super Thanks revenue go to Carolina Abortion Fund. Link to their websites in the description. Link to the merch and my Instagram.
Didn't I say at the beginning of the
Yeah.
video she got some kind of abortion shit going on?
Yeah, you didn't see that when you read the title? If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the link to it. It's look right there.
Girl, I am too through this. I am cracking the fuck up. Hey, wait a minute. She got death energy all around her. Okay, yeah. That is why this was sent to me and called bald-headed hoe shit. Because there's so much bald-headed hoe shit going on up in here. However, you know, if anybody was to see this, we're trying to help you. Some of y'all you're beyond help, okay? Some of y'all just need some parents and classes, and some of y'all need to go get checked for postpartum, okay? It's resources out here to help you get through this because it's really not as bad as you think. There's a big ass light at the end of the tunnel. Okay.
Right.
Don't listen to the anti-stork death crow. Okay.
Death
Tell you
Crow.
to go into the light, Caroline. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just go get some help. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad.
Are also in the description. If you like this brand of bullshit, consider subscribing, become a member of the Child Free Cult, and I will see you in the next one. Kaka!
Baby, hell no. This where's the like button? Okay, I already clicked the like button. Well, all right. The Child Free Cult is what she called it, I guess. Whatever the hell it was, she's crazy. Okay. She's a fucking lunatic. She said having a controversial conversation for views. Girl, ridiculous. Is it abortion? That's the resource. Did she have any other resources? I didn't see it.
No, she had her merch and she had something else. But yeah, no. Like she just cares about feeding off of other people's misery. She doesn't care about actually helping anybody.
That's a damn shame. That's why that shit was called bald-headed hoe shit. I should have left a comment. Is what matter of fact, I think I will. Let's see. Let's go to the YouTube. All right. How I go?
Yeah, because postpartum depression, that is a serious thing. Like people have, unfortunately, children have lost their lives due to their mother's postpartum depression getting so severe, or losing their own parents because of it. Because fathers can suffer from that shit too, not just the mothers.
This is why child-free channels and content is super important. It saves lives. Girl, look.
But
let me leave a link to my video up here. Cause like we was talking about you and your bald-headed hoe shit. That's the comment I'm leaving. Yeah. You think she gonna get mad? Think she'll ignore me? Do you even think
Maybe
she'll even see my comment? Let's see. There we go. Let's copy that link. Copy. And on the block. All right. Go back again. Yeah, it's the kai for me. Okay. We was talking about you and your bald-headed whole shit. Right
you gotta show the screen so we can see that you actually saying that.
I hope my comment don't get me fucked up in the game. Let's see. Present, share screen, Okay. Which y'all see. Okay, y'all see. Y'all see that part. Alrighty. Oh no, not that one. Right there. Is it showing up? Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Okay. Let me not leave with about here shit. Let's see. Let me see. I was sent your link and told bald headed whole shit was going on over here. So we viewed your content on my channel, and while you raise let's see, valid points on women not becoming mothers, I have to agree it's a lot of bald headed. Let me block the words out because I don't want them to come get me. I'm put ish. ISH. Going on over here. Here's the link. If you want to check it out. Have a great what's the day? Tuesday?
Yeah.
All righty. And okay. So now we can get rid of her and let's share the next one. What up, Shannon B?
All right. Hello, Pseudo. I see when things get hard, the number of crazy reactions will be very high. Increasing stress will trigger so many different issues: eating disorders, substance abuse, physical, mental, and sexual abuse. We were talking about bald-headed hoe shit tonight, Pseudo. So that's it. Well, I'm glad the Queen of the Blackosphere confirmed it for me. And she did respond. I can't see it on my main channel because she blocked me after I shared her video, but I will go to one she hasn't blocked. Let's go to this one. Zip back up.
I'm Dr. Delgado, and I prescribe Addie.
No. Because she said, not sure what my hair has to do with it, but thanks for the views anyway. See? These crazy bitches don't realize how much hair has to do with all of it. Okay. Abuse and with governments adding medical assisted suicide to regular suicide. As you wish. Well, I think any woman like this one perhaps, once she starts getting crazier and crazier, I think that should be an option. Medically assisted suicide. I mean, that crazy feminist, what's her name? The one that wrote that book, Voluntary Madness. Yeah. That wasn't voluntary. She was full of shit. She did that that experiment where she tried to live as a man for 2 years, made it 18 months. Wrote the book Self-Made Man. Anyway, she did a medically assisted suicide. But if anybody was to read her book, Voluntary Madness, and listen to that pretty thoroughly, that crazy bitch has been a crazy bitch and contemplated suicide since she went to college. So, she also has disgusting fucking rape fantasies about raping men because she has in her mind that men are fucking rapists and all this Me Too shit and, believe all these women who, get to withdraw consent after the fact and make up lies. So she has it in her mind that there's men that deserve what she explained in that book. So now it's pretty gross. She first went in claiming that she was just there doing these experiments, and she actually was like fucking with and playing mind games with fellow patients and doctors and staff and stuff. It wasn't until the third one where it actually, I don't know what combination of people or experiences or whatever, got her to actually start being honest and talk. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like any of these crazy bitches like this. They're literally influencing terrible things to happen in our society. So, and they're getting away with it. Not for long, though. This crazy bitch is on my list. I don't see any interaction. I don't know. Maybe Alice can go visit her channel. Here, Alice. I know you're watching this. And you're fucking psycho friends. So here you go. Here's the link to her channel. Well, I didn't really have anything else to share. I just wanted to add this and thank the Queen of the Blackosphere. I had thought that I would say it at least 10 times, just because it pisses some people off. The Queen of the Blackosphere ruled that this is some bald-headed hoe shit. So I believe her. And I concur. So I know you just got here, Pseudo, but good to see you. Ghost Cog, thanks for sticking it out. Your contributions are always welcome, sir. Yeah, I feel like I never left that stage. I joke that I'm perpetually 5 years old because I want to know why everything. Maybe that's a stunt in my personal development. No, kids are fun. I don't know why people are freaking out. I think because, and I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. Actually, one of my clients, she quit working. She worked at, and she was a director of HEB here in Texas. And she has 3 sons. And she reached a point where she just got overwhelmed and she quit. So she talks about it all the time, how she just could not, like, all the things that she used to do. I mean, she was kind of grumpy all the time, and I mean, 3 kids. I mean, her husband worked too, but the mom's primary anyway. But yeah, she and she can't get that time back either. So she missed out on a lot of time that she now has with her youngest, and her oldest is actually, he's in middle school now. So yep, the time flies. And she's definitely a better mom now. Work is not her primary. Because that's always how it goes. And I've seen quite a few relationships, marriages end because of it. And it's the same. It plays out the same. The work is number 1. The kids are number 2. The husband's number 3. So fire all these women. Fire them. They want you to. Reallocate those funds to the husbands that have the jobs and call it a day. Right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Group hug. Bless you all with love and light and luck. Yeah. Well, Sunkissed is actually one of those love and light people. She's actually a good mom from the spiritual realm. So, hey, Bang. Good to see you. You pretty much missed it all. So, district, the family unit, aka hate children. Oh, destroy. Yeah. Yep. That's what feminists do. Definitely some bald-headed hoe shit from the queen of the Blackosphere. All right. I'll see you guys later. I think I'm having a stream later tonight with Red Pill Pope. I believe we're going to discuss Crazy Bitch Boot Camp. He likes to call it wife school. So we'll see what his ideas are. I think we're going to do that later. Oh, and I did hear back from Zan, so I need to schedule him to come on here. I sent him some videos of some different content creators that he's enjoying. So, God, here we go. All right, y'all. Have a good night. See y'all later.